It's another episode of A Blind Guy.
His wife. All right. Hey there.
Hey, everybody.
Getting closer.
Yeah, it's Thursday. We're counting you down to the weekend.
Like we do every week, guys. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 11:15 a.m. Eastern
Standard Time.
Try to steal my thunder. Oh.
Welcome to another episode of A Blind Guy, His Wife, Their Life.
How you gonna say my part?
Welcome to another episode of A Blind Guy,
His Wife,
Their Life
Live.
We're here for you again, counting down the weekend every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. 11:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we introduce you to fabulous people that we met along the way in our personal and professional networks. Today is no exception. We have a fabulous guest that's coming in today to talk about business opportunities and travel to the Gambia and Africa. We have the founder of the Mubita movement and the Africa Homecoming Network. He is Mr. Eric Sheppard. We're going to bring Mr. Eric Sheppard in to say good morning to everybody.
All right. We say good morning to this guest because travel is happening, guys. Folks are traveling again. Well, they really never stop, but more people are traveling again like they used to. So let's say good morning to him. Bring him on in. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you, the two of you?
All right, doing good, doing great. We can't wait to hear from you. You're going to talk to us about your travel plans to Gambia with the Homecoming Network, right?
Absolutely. And we'll share some more information on our homecoming initiatives with Africa.
I appreciate that because you're no stranger to this show. This will be fun to get updates from you all about the next trip. You know, they've gone to quite a few different countries and on the continent, Zambia, Ghana. But right now, today, we'll be talking about the Gambia. So we'll see you soon.
Thank you. Look forward to it.
All right.
We always end our day with a special plant-based treat by Chef Laquita Marie. So you're going to give them a sneak peek at today's plant-based treat?
Let's see. Should I give them a sneak peek at today's plant-based treat? Keep in mind, guys, we're always trying to get you to eat more fruits and vegetables. That means that with this plant-based treat, it's usually plant-based, like either with fruits, vegetables, seeds, beans,
potatoes, tomatoes, ham, no.
So that being said, this one is like vegetable infused for sure. And it's one that is highly requested, okay?
So you give them a sneak peek?
I'm giving them the sneak peek.
Easy 3-step chicken.
All right. That's it, guys. That's all I can give you because yes, it's a chicken, but it's a chicken, like unchicken. Yes. So also, you know, the other thing about this particular live stream is that it is
member supported by viewers like
you. I was going to say member supported. Anyways, it is member supported from members like you. So scrolling right there at the bottom of your screen, you'll see blindguyhiswife.com. When you go to that link, then what happens is you end up at a fabulous place. So what happens is I'm going to share the screen and you will see like, you know, Blind Guy, his wife, their life. Corey's eyes don't work. We do have to say that because Corey's eyes don't work. Like people don't realize that he's blind, meaning, you know how people will say their husband is blind, like, you know, he's blind. He doesn't see anything, but Corey's really blind. So you'll find out who we are. You'll find out how you can help. You can simply buy me a coffee, support the production. Now, Buy Me a Coffee is a platform for fundraising and stabilizing funds, and it also keeps us accountable. All you have to do is click the green coffee cup, and when you do that, I say it keeps us accountable because you can not only click one coffee or 3 coffees or 5 coffees or even type in your own. I'm typing in 25, you know, that's our number. But you can leave your name, you can say something nice, you can see how you're supporting this. But here's how it keeps us accountable. You can see who else is supporting this stream. You can see how many coffees they bought. So we can never say, you know, we didn't receive this or we did receive that. But keep in mind, all proceeds go to our 501c3 nonprofit. So our nonprofit organization is Atumpan Edutainment. Right here, guys, when you scroll down, you see the hashtag 25 for 25 campaign. Corey has been blind 25 years, so we have those goals that we're going for. So head on over to blindguyhiswife.com.
And don't forget to quote the great philosopher. I always quote him, Bernie Mac. Click the green coffee cup. Stir it like coffee. Click, 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 click.
Guys, check out the goals on your own. We hope that you can help us to reach those. Speaking of them helping us to reach those goals, how about we say hello to everyone?
Well, we got to also remind them they can support this broadcast by bum rushing the buttons.
Thumbs up, guys.
Smash that like button, tear it to pieces, beat it down like Washington does the Baltimore Ravens. And you can also hit the share button to make sure other people find this content, subscribe, and make sure you turn on all notifications so you know when we're putting out new content.
Absolutely. So let's see who's first in there. Our Watoto, blind guy, his wife, their life, that's our children. Watoto is a Swahili word for children. So they say Akwaba,
which is welcome in the Ghanaian language of Twi.
Yes, so they are speaking all the languages, and they're also announcing first, hey, Moyo Fanelli is here saying, hey, family.
Thanks for joining us this morning.
Yes, so I think Moyo is in South Africa. Our guest today, the closest they've been to South Africa is Zambia.
Right.
So, their initiative, they travel the continent. Bill is in there saying, grand morning, all.
WJ in the house.
Yes, and look at Real Talk with Ntabi
Real
saying.
Talk with Ntabi in the house. Check out her YouTube channel, Real Talk with Ntabi.
She's saying, hello, everybody. And she's also saying, Akwaba. Listen to her. You know what? She speaks so many languages. And so her channel is a lot of fun. I think when you head over there, you don't even have to head over there to see her work. First, start right here. Look at the screen. She created our intro video. She's a web designer, guys. She created our logo. So when we bring our guests in, you'll see that overlay there. I got to figure out how to put it on. You know what? She helps me with all of those things. Now, keep in mind that you can secure her services as well. She's on Instagram, TikTok. She helps you with all of those things, has all of those types of videos on her channel. And she speaks a lot of languages, including, I think she speaks Xhosa. I might be saying that wrong, but or Shona, I can't remember.
I'm not even gonna try.
Our Watoto is in here talking trash, talking about, I beat you, uncle, I was first. Ha ha. Is Sanal is here for the chicken.
Sanal in the house. Hey, Sanal, check out Sanal's YouTube channel.
Yeah, last night she interviewed someone that had just come back from the Gambia. Go check out that interview, check out Sanal's channel. She has a lot of healing things. That's why she's here for the chicken, because she's all things food. Her website, Unleash the Queen in You. We've ordered things. We have friends that have ordered things. Her herbs that are dried, her teas, her body salts, her body products.
She has ordered from Unleash the Queen in You, not me.
True.
So you gotta come up with another line, so now Unleash the King in You.
So get working on it. XDMC says.
I ain't
even gonna read this because I already know what he's saying.
Somebody Ethiopian Air.
Yes. One love, family.
Ethiopian Air.
You talk about Ethiopian Airlines and massages. Let's go. Yeah. So XDMC has a channel. He's a producer and he does commercials and all of those good things. You can go to his channel, XDMC. His production channel is Barnstorming Productions. So that is how you find him. And look at Valerie Singleton in the house.
Singleton, good morning to you.
Hey there, Miss Valerie. She is in there. We were listening to David this morning, Corey, and Valerie was in there too because he was muted. Something was going on with his system. Thank you, Valerie, for all the tech checks. She was a trooper this morning. Look, Phil is about to start some trouble. To my XDMC, Ethiopian Airlines, and that ain't chit chatting. Every day is still a holiday. What's good with you? See, no, I'm gonna skip that. And Evelyn Grouse says,
"Hey, Evelyn, how you doing?"
Evelyn says, "Greetings, everyone. So happy to have you here." Oh, okay, Corey. Here's some South African words, and I even know what it means. This is Zulu. Sani Bonani is Zulu. And she, Real Talk with Ntabi, and Ntabi says, I am blushing right now. And she says in Zulu, Sani Bonani, like I see you or hello.
Okay, Sani Bonani.
Yeah, like if you're talking to everybody, if you're talking to one person, it's Sawubona. That's like, hey, to that one person, like, I see you, hey. Or like, mira. Okay. I speak a lot of languages too.
Okay.
Y'all should make a blind guy TikTok account. You know what? I'm going to skip because that's our kids.
I feel as much.
And Tabi's going to agree because she has TikTok. And Sanal says, I got to do that. Sanal has TikTok. Oh my goodness. But she has to make a King channel for it. Unleash the King in you.
King. My husband, Milton Craft, was all about business.
Yes. Evelyn Gow says, no complaint family. So she is doing great. Guys, we are going to give you a quick 5-minute story. So
No, we got to do our first place pony.
We will while we do the 5-minute story. So in order to figure out who really got here first, now let's look at who really got here first. We know that Blind got his wife, our children. They were in there first, but you know, people are always like, they were, it's rigged. You know, they know when we're going live. So all we're gonna do is give you a chance to put hashtag Mubita into the chat. Now I'm gonna spell that so that way you guys know what to do, how to do it. You'll put this hashtag in while we give you the 5-minute story. Then we'll see who gets the actual bragging rights for first place. So I'm going to put it in there. I'm going to share the screen so that you can see it. And this way, you'll know exactly how to spell it, how to type it, all of those good things. So put into the chat, hashtag Mubita. This way, you might be able to really, you know, get bragging rights for first place. We want to see who's first place pony. And so Untabi says, you are good, Laquita. Yes. See what I'm saying, Corey? I speak so much. Y'all people that don't realize that those of us that talk a lot, we want to talk no matter what. So we're going to figure out a way. In church, they used to speak in tongues. So I was like, hold up, I got to learn new languages. So look, I started there. Milton Craft says.
Milton Craft in the house, businessman.
See, look at there. As soon as the guys come in, y'all start rallying together. He says, hello, everyone. And he did say all about business. So people are getting their votes in for hashtag Mubita. Guys, drop it into the chat. People are chatting back and forth. We'll give you a quick 5-minute story to introduce our guest, because our guest, you'll find out where the significance of Mubita comes in. So Corey, give him a quick 5-minute story.
All right. Once upon a time, Brooklyn was the scene. In the projects that they call for a green, the little young man sent the fellas. Yeah, if you can guess where that came from, who the artist is for that one, then you are old school for real.
So Corey,
okay, what story should I tell?
Since we got the guys here, and y'all are rallying together, you know they always want to hear your clean Dolomite. Like that never disappoints. So guys, keep putting your votes in. It looks like right now we have 3 entries. Only 3 people have put in hashtag Mubita. And as you put them in, we're going to give you a very quick version, a clean version of
For the signifying money.
Absolutely, unless you got another one.
Nah, not the one I can clean up real quick.
Okay, let's go for it.
Way down in the jungle deep, the bad lion stepped on the signifying monkey's feet. The monkey said, "Lion, can't you see? You standing on my bad feet." The lion said, "Monkey, I ain't heard a word you said, and if you say 3 more, I must jump on top of your head." Now, the monkey lived in the jungle in a banana tree. He was always jiving that lion every day of the week. But every day before the sun would go down, that lion would whoop that little monkey all over the jungle town. One day, the monkey got wise and started using his whip. He said, "I'm going to put a stop to this monkey whipping bit." So he stepped to the lion on the very next day and said, "Oh, Mr. Lion, there's a big bad sucker coming your way. And he's somebody that you don't know. He just broke loose from the Wrangler Brothers show." He said, "He talked about your mama in a terrible way. He said, he talked about your daddy till his hair turned gray. He talked about your grandma and your niece. He talked about how your whole family had fleas. Now, Mr. Lion, you know that ain't right. So next time you run up on that elephant, get ready to fight." Now, this made the lion very mad. His tail shot back like a 44. He let out a mighty roar. He ran through the jungle, knocking down trees and tripping giraffes down to their knees. Ran up on the elephant, talking to the wild swine, and said, "All right, you big bad sucker, it's going to be your butt or mine." The elephant looked out at the lion out of the corner of his eye and said, "All right, you little puny dude, you go pick on somebody your own size." So the lion stepped back and tried to make a fancy pass. The lion and the jumbo sidestepped him and kicked him, and he landed in the bushes with a crash. The elephant picked the lion up and slammed him into the tree. Nothing but lion manure as far as the eye could see. He snatched out his whiskers, messed up his face, ripped off his claws, and snatched his tail out of place. The lion drug himself back to the jungle more dead than alive, just to run into that monkey, boy, his signifying jive. The monkey said, "I told my wife just before you left I should have whipped you my own self. He said, I seen him when he slammed you into that tree because some of that old lion stuff got on me. Shut up and don't you roar, because if you do, I'll jump out these trees and whip you some more. The monkey got happy and started jumping around. His foot missed the limb and his behind hit the ground. And like a streak of lightning and a ball of white heat, that lion was on top of that monkey with all 4 feet. The monkey said, Mr. Lion, I apologize. I'm sorry for all this signifying jive. And all my money to you I'll give if you just let me up and let me live. But the lion just slapped the monkey and broke his neck, left that little monkey in a terrible wreck. The dust rose and tears were falling from the monkey's eyes. Nothing he could say and nothing he could hear. But he knew that was the end of his signifying and bull-jiving career. And that was the end
of that.
I almost slipped so many times in that story. I'm actually super proud of me the way I was about to slip up in some of those stuff.
Ooh, guys, we hope that you, during that 5-minute story, we hope that you have been putting your votes in #Mubita so that you can get into the drawing to win first place pony. Everybody wants to be first getting here to the show. So put it in if you haven't already, and listen to our kids saying, dang, like that monkey got beat down. Good, Valerie got her vote in. Listen to Milton, he already knew. Wait, down in the jungle deep, classic. Winball, hey there, how are you? Greetings from England, Winball says. So he says, greetings from England.
Greetings from England, how are you today?
I have a feeling, no, he's not European.
That was kind of Australian. So.
Yeah, we both have bad accents. So Sandra says, yes, greetings, family. Hey, Sandra Green.
Sandra Green in the house.
You guys put in #Mubita. We're about to do the drawing. Evelyn is giving us an applause. Thank you so much. So now she got the monkey, the lion, the elephant rolling, laughing, everything in there. Guys, I am about to draw. So that button on the screen that says draw.
The horn announcement.
I know. So what I'm saying is, in order to get into this drawing, all you have to do is put in #Mubita right now. So that way I can hit the draw button. It looks like we only have 4 entries. Somehow it seems like I said a lot more than 4 people, but it says we only have 4. It's right there on the screen for you guys to see, because David always says
it's rigged.
It's rigged when he doesn't win. So if you haven't had a chance to put #Mubita into the chat, do that right now. Corey is going to take a sip. That's water, not yak. And then we are going to, we're going to blow the horn and start this giveaway.
It's time to pick today's first place pony. And the jockeys are in the gates and bling, they're off.
Sanal, Milton, Ntabi, Milton, Valerie, Milton, Valerie, Sanal, Milton, Ntabi, Milton, Sanal, Milton, Ntabi, Sanal, Milton. So, we're Milton!
Hey!
I thought it was going to be Sanal.
Milton, the businessman out there in Tennessee, is our first place pony. He has bragging rights for being one of the first ones into today's live chat. So let's give Milton some round of applause, some thumbs up, some congratulations, and everybody in the chat, talk it up with Milton. You are our first place pony.
Congratulations, Milton and Corey. I think that takes us right to your introduction of today's guest, because I am excited for this. Listen to Phil, he all late tomorrow. #Mubita. Everybody's saying congratulations. Winball is clapping. Valerie saying congratulations. Milton's like, I won. Even Sandra saying congratulations. So go ahead on, Corey, with the intro.
Now, today we have a very special guest who has a very interesting lineage. He's one of his ancestors was Moses Grandy.
Why is Milton showing off in there? Anyways.
One of his ancestors was Moses Grandy, an enslaved African in the Camden County area of North Carolina, who was a ferry captain between North Carolina and Norfolk, the city of Norfolk, back in the 1820s, 1830s. And he purchased his freedom 3 times, because each time he was duped by the master until he was able to actually secure his freedom and secure some of the freedom of some of his children through industry and hard work. His legacy is continued by one of his great nephews, but I'll just say one of his descendants.
So you're saying our guest today is a descendant?
Our guest is a descendant
of Moses
Grandy. Now, this gentleman is an explorer, a businessman. He is a leader of all. He is a
world traveler.
A world traveler. He is a great all-around person. But all that gets erased because he's a Baltimore Raven. It's time to introduce to you today's featured guest. It's Mubita himself, or Eric Sheppard of the Mubita movement.
Hello. How are you?
Hey, Eric, good morning. Glad to have you here again.
Yes, great. We are doing great ourselves. This is awesome. You know, Phil says his video was behind. That's why he couldn't get into the vote earlier. I will say that for people watching, make sure whenever you're watching, if it lags, you have to touch the screen and then hit the word live, and it'll catch you up to real time. That way you can get in. You can win, like Milton, who's saying, thanks to everyone. Blind Guy, his wife, their life, though, is welcoming you, Eric Sheppard. Milton is in here like, hey, thanks. Everybody's congratulating Milton, but folks are welcoming you. So thank you so much for being here, Eric. Again, it's always a pleasure. And we understand that Mubita, that's a word that not everybody knows. Like, what are we doing? Hashtag Mubita, what does it mean? So I know that your company was originally Diversity Restoration Solutions. And Bill is in there welcoming him and everything, like, hey, welcome, Eric. He's like, I already know you. Milton's like, welcome, Mr. Eric. So we all know you as Eric. We know you as Mubita. How was your transition to Mubita? Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, top of the morning to both of you and your guests. Well, I am the guest, I should say, any participants on the program. It's a pleasure to be here again, but I've been going back and forth to Africa since 2006. I was invited to come to Zambia, to Western Province. To make a long story short, Barotseland is the historical and traditional name. And the Barotse Royal Establishment there, along with the Latunga, the king. I was there in 2017 by myself. When I came back again in 2019 and brought, it was a delegation of 10 of us over there, I was given the name, which is a Lozi name, Mubita, meaning the one who passes by and brings others and possibly even stay. I've heard other meanings associated with it, but those are the ones that the passerby who brings others is, I think, very appropriate for what we're trying to do here. And so in the likeness of...
So wait a minute, I just have to interrupt you. I have to interrupt you. Because you say, for what we're trying to do here, you aren't trying, you guys are doing it. You have been doing it and you're still doing it. So that when we head over to your website, mubita.net, we can see here that, oh, okay, you know, we're here on the website, it's Mubita LLC, and then we can scroll down and check out videos. And in these videos, it shows where you've been. It shows you on the continent. So you've been to Zambia. Sorry, let me make it quiet. You've been to Zambia, you've been to Ghana, you've been to, say that again, Gambia, yeah, the Gambia. So of course, all of this is, you know, not something that you guys are trying to do, but you are doing it, absolutely. And so I'm gonna head out of there and let you finish what you were saying.
Yeah, well, and the reason I say trying to do, because getting myself back and forth and my wife back, that's not a problem. It's 50 to 60 million people here that need to experience their birthright and going home. We're not tourists. And so that's the trying part, and it's a challenge. And so that's ongoing, and that's picking up the legacy of Moses Grandy when he would purchase other relatives, distant relatives out of slavery there. I'm trying to get 50 to 60 million of us to even consider going back and connecting to the continent. Yeah.
Right.
So that brings up a good question too, Quita, for the audience that they can answer.
Okay, we can ask the audience that question because what are their plans to visit Africa? I'm going to put it on the screen. Because your organization has taken groups back and forth. So it's not like it's just you and your wife. In those videos on the website, there's some of everybody. So you guys let us know in the chat, what are your plans to visit Africa? Do you have any plans? And while you guys answer that question, I'm going to pull up the video. I'm just going to share this with you guys. Actually, I am going to make sure that you guys can hear it so that when we share it, you can definitely hear the video. It's just a short video. It'll give you all time to type into the chat, what are your plans to visit Africa? Keep in mind that Mubita, they have trips that go all the time. And so I am going to enlarge this video right here so that way I can play it. And Eric, you let me know once I start the video if you can hear it, because that'll let us know if everyone else can hear it.
All right. History today.
Can you hear it, Eric?
Yes. As we celebrate. You can turn it up just a little.
Okay, I'll turn that up all the way. And then while we're watching this, it'll give us an overview of what Mubita is doing. I see right here at the screen for you, it has their website and it says the Homecoming to Africa. This is a trailer for what they do. And you guys let us know, what are your plans for visiting Africa?
A new era of special homecomings. We need your funding campaign support for the Wall of Return as we honor our ancestors who were enslaved from Virginia and beyond.
So the Wall of Return, whether or not they give to this, they can always travel. Like them traveling to Africa has nothing to do with the Wall of Return. This is like a bonus or an asset that they can always support. Is that right, Eric?
Yeah, they can support that if they choose whether they go to Africa or not. And this is basically our symbolic homecoming for our ancestors, the ones who were enslaved here. We have names and we have a wall that we are building on 300 acres of land that I was granted in Barotseland, in Western Province. So that will be a great memorial and tourist attraction, and also spiritually, our symbolic homecoming for our ancestors who were brought over here enslaved. Right. It's only fit that we take them back home.
Absolutely. And so Eric, everybody's saying good morning. Marlon is in there saying good morning, and he's saying, hey, Eric. Phil is saying it's in his 5-year plan. Milton says, my wife and I plan to visit the Gambia in the next year. So I'm going to pull this video back up and I'll finish that while people continue to add, what are your plans to visit Africa? So I'll let this finish playing.
Sold into slavery and will symbolically return to their ancestral home in Africa.
So they have the map going from Zambia.
Memorial walls will be constructed on 300 acres of land, granted to Mubita LLC in Zambia.
So that's the 300 acres of land he was talking about. And this is a picture, is this a stock photo or is this a picture that you brought when you were there?
Yeah, that's Lisa and myself in the yellow hats there on the first row.
I see, right here.
Yeah, absolutely. And that was the previous picture that showed the land. That was the groundbreaking ceremony there on the 300 acres of land that we had. That was August of 2019.
Got it.
All right. Share the names and histories of many enslaved ancestors. In addition to the 10 memorial walls, 2 sponsor walls will have the names of sponsors who are contributing $5,000 or more. Don't miss this great opportunity.
That picture there shows how they greeted us.
Hold up. So, because I saw the different levels, like you can go different levels.
Yeah, four different pictures, but that's the way they came out for us to welcome us back home.
I thought this was traffic. So Corey, it's like a stadium. Like it looks like, okay, there's a game.
That was the stadium. The 2 pictures up the top, that was a stadium, and the way they came to greet 10 people from here. So when we hear people talk about they don't like us over there or there's a problem, there's evidence right there of the way we received going home.
And this was August 11th,
That's got to be the first. That's got to be the first time a Ravens fan has walked into a stadium and felt like a champion.
Well, and there was more fans than they have in the Washington Stadium when the Ravens come over. So it's
But yeah,
So hold on a second. We got Jamaican in Zambia. We got Miss Grace on the line.
Miss Grace herself in Zambia.
Yeah, so Miss Grace is in Zambia. So this is great. She says, hi, family. Hi, XDMC. She is there right now, living in Zambia. So I'm going to finish this video because it's only a few seconds long, and people can finish saying what their plans are to visit Africa. I'm going to stop talking because there's only about 15 seconds left.
To learn more about the Wall of Return project and how you can contribute, log on to Mubita.net. We can heal together.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
Now, people are putting in the chat some of their plans about going to Africa. But let's talk about, Eric, your philosophy about why people are or have been afraid of conditioned to be afraid to travel, to consider Africa as their home.
Yeah, you have something that you call the 3 Ps and the 3 Gs. Tell us about it.
Well, the 3 Ps that I, through my experiences, have gotten opposition. I call them my 3 Ps, and they are preachers, professors, and politicians. They have been somewhat resistant to my efforts. And I think when we learn to think individually, and if you really want to see how people who have been enslaved for over 400 years in a land that is not theirs come back, I don't understand why we don't study every week how the story goes of the Hebrews leaving out of their enslavement in Egypt. Just as a strategy, I think it's very appropriate that those 3 groups, the preachers, the politicians, and the professors, need to teach and need to instruct and need to organize to get to the masses of our people. And so instead of attacking me or opposition to me, maybe there's lessons to be learned about us connecting back to Africa that will benefit them in Africa as well as us here.
You know, this is, I don't know if you remember Marlon, but Marlon says he met Marlon Hargrave. Yes, Marlon, the Thespian King Hargrave, says he met Eric years ago. Glad to see him still growing. This is, this is good information because Marlon is an educator himself. And so when you discuss the 3 Ps and the 3 Gs, pastors, politicians, and what was the other P? Professors. These are some of the main people that we look to for information. And so our thought processes are, well, if they say it, it gets the stamp of approval. If they aren't talking about it, it doesn't get the stamp of approval. What they say about these things. And then the 3 Gs were
God, government, and greed.
God, government, and greed. That definitely drives a lot of things, huh?
Right.
Yeah, it does. And from a historical perspective, this is only my opinion. And just like with the 3 Ps, before we leave off of them for 1 second, sometimes if you don't have an acronym before or after your name, they don't see you as being legitimate. You see? So you got to fit in their matrix in order to be accepted. But spiritually, I don't think we need that. As long as we are spiritually in tune with our divine assignment, it happens regardless of whether we have those acronyms before or after our name. And secondly, with the 3 Gs, my experience going back and forth to Africa and observing the people and the visitors to Africa and the NGOs and all of the different organizations from China and Europe and everybody else is there, but we are not there. And it occurred to me that those 3 Gs was they gave us their God in their interpretation. Then they inserted their government. And you can look at the US, the European and the kingdom of the British here, but also the governments that are in Africa now were formed by people other than Africans. They were kingdoms there. And they pretty much tried to decimate the kingdoms in Africa. So then you look at with those structures being in place, all they inserted was the greed. And so when you can't combine giving us their God, inserting their government, and infecting us with their greed, no wonder we're holding our own selves back because we're not open to learning things outside of what we've been brought up and taught here. I'm not saying give all that up. I'm just saying expand the horizons, and titles don't get you anywhere. Look at all the ball players and the entertainers we got with all the millions and billions of dollars we got, and we still being shot down in the streets for nothing. When is that going to be a high priority for us if you keep doing the same thing over and over again with no good results? Maybe you need to try something else. And all I'm saying is try what they tried in the Egyptian and Hebrew history. Sometimes you need to come up out of the land that is not yours and connect with your original homeland. And if it doesn't work for you, at least you tried, because you know this ain't working.
Right.
You know that it's time to stop playing.
So,
and I just have to say that it's time to stop playing and dismissing people because they don't have certain titles or they don't belong to certain organizations and secret societies.
So
we live in a quagmire. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I'm just going to say what you're saying, which is that we do have to say hi to everybody. I see people are popping in. We got Karen Pino. Hey there.
Hey, Karen.
Good morning. And we also have Tope Lifestyle saying, hi, host. Hi. How are you doing? Doing great over here. We're talking about traveling to the Gambia, traveling to the continent, not just staying here because we can, but the world is ours. And like you just said, Mr. Eric, instead of listening to the people that have titles and the people that seem like, hey, these are the authorities, we're going to listen to whatever they say or take their advice or follow and their approval. Why not take what's ours and say, wait a minute, this is my homeland. I can go visit. I can go live. I can go back and forth. If I want to live between the states, because that's what I know, and Zambia and Australia and Russia and Canada and Ghana and Tanzania, and we can name 54 countries. So what you're saying is, if you're in China, those people are traveling the world. You find Chinese people in the States and Australia and all these places. Yeah. So your point is, as Africans, do the same thing. And Milton is saying, preach, Mr. Eric, it's time to stop playing. And Sanal is clapping. So I think that means you can let us know how we put these 3 Ps into action. Your organization is one of those ways. Like you're saying, some people don't have titles. Some people, you feel like, well, I don't know. I haven't heard of Mubita. I haven't heard of Eric Sheppard, or I haven't heard of Atun Pond. I haven't heard of craft organizations. Craft organization is Milton Craft. They have craft organization. Just because you haven't heard of these organizations don't mean they're not doing the work. So how can we put the 3 Gs into action?
3
Ps and the 3 Gs,
Especially if we are one of those 3 Ps, if we are a preacher, a politician, or a professor/teacher, what is it that you're doing that those 3 people that carry the credibility and weight with a lot of people, what can they do what are you doing that they can model themselves after?
Right. Well, we're organized. Actually, we have complementing districts that we're growing right now. In Barotseland, they have 16 districts under the Western Province in Barotseland. So we have designated 3 cities in the United States to match up. I'm sorry, we have designated 16 cities in the United States to match up with the 16 districts in Barotseland. And each one of those districts, as we build them up, will connect with the district in Barotseland to help each other. And I got a list of all kind of business opportunities and things that they're open to in terms of trade, education, culture, tourism, mining, manufacturing, that the companies in these districts here in the US, we want them communicating with each other. And we are also we're going to start doing charter tours. From right now, we're looking at Richmond, Virginia, right into the Gambia in February of 2022. And we want to attract sponsors to help us, because this is a birthright of ours. And it should not be only available to people who have the funding to go. As a birthright, we should be then sponsoring some of our young folks and some of our elders that want to go home and spend a week or two and come back and get the next group ready. This has to be a process that we implement, and I don't understand why it hadn't been. Why did it have to be on our watch? It should have been done, but that's what I mean by stop playing. I'm not going to do what everybody else has been doing because it hadn't been really working with long-term results.
Right.
Let's go ahead and do it. I'm putting that into the atmosphere, and I believe it's manifesting itself because all of us are coming together. So as we organize these districts over here, we're organizing. If you go to the book of Numbers in the scriptures, they're organized by their genealogy, who begot who. Just like you're a part of our organization, that means now your children are part of, you and your children are part of District 1, and they are, and we've gotten approval from the Barotseland Royal Establishment in Zambia. They are now honorary members of the kingdom.
Hey.
That's how we're organizing. And so once we do that and we have the team leads or the district leads in place to start talking about the business opportunities available, then we create our own kind of economic structure that helps each other. And I'll be talking to you more offline about those opportunities as well.
And I think what you're saying, as far as with the Kingdom of Barotseland and the land grants that you have gotten from them, if you listen to the media today, they paint it as if the kings, or if you want to call them chiefs in other lands, that they're just symbolic, they don't have any real authority. But from what you're telling everybody is they do have real authority in their kingdoms, because they can't just grant you land that's not theirs. So so people, when you hear about African royalty, it's not just a symbolic thing. They still carry a lot of power, even though one of those 3 Gs, the government of Europeans and other nations have inserted themselves in those places. The kingdoms still have a lot of power and a lot of say so, and a lot of they're opening their arms to benefit those of us that want to return, whether we're visiting, whether we're there to establish business, whether we're there to repatriate. So do not discount the kingdom's authority in the different African cultures. So
I do want to also read. Evelyn Gauss says, now I do apologize everyone because we lost a few comments. Real Talk with Ntabi, I saw that she had put one in, and then on my end we have glitches. So we did lose her comment. She was saying, Ntabi was saying that the world is ours, and so and we should be free to travel everywhere. Evelyn Gauss is saying, now to get a visa for Ghana, you must mail your passport and all required documents. The embassy is closed in DC. And so I understand where she's coming from. Like, in order to travel, you do have to mail your documents with your passport. There's a place in Houston, an office in Houston and New York as well. Like she's saying, the embassy is closed in DC. But speaking of travel, go ahead, because I know that you all, we definitely want to hear from you about traveling as well. To the Gambia. And I'm going to show
the open air.
I will be sharing your website, because we are about to close it out pretty soon with another giveaway. So that means while you tell us about travel, I'm just going to pull up your website here. Right here it says we have the Wall of Return sponsorship link. So that way when we click that, we can always join the movement. Corey and I have joined the movement. So that's what you were saying, Eric. Our children are now part of the kingdom. That's how we build legacy. However, the giveaway is going to involve the giveaway for the book. So we are donating a book to whoever the next person that wins this. You can also come down here, click the Moses Contributions button, and I'm dropping this link into the chat as well, so that way you guys can get to this website. So before we do that giveaway though, tell us about what you were going to say about traveling we aren't ready for the hashtag. Okay. I'm just, letting them talk about travel, getting them ready for the giveaway.
Right, and we understand that COVID has changed the way we do things here. But I've been knowing our brother over in the Gambia. He owns a company called Al-Kamba Travel and Tours, Brother Sekou Basise. He was one of the first people I met in the Gambia in 2006. his company has really grown. So I've taken delegations over there, and we get actually the visas when we arrive. So it is a way to do so. We got you in the Gambia. So
so we also have here, we did say this earlier, when you said you got a land grant of 300 acres, Milton is asking, do you own land in the Gambia?
No, I do not. I own land in Zambia.
Mm-hmm.
The Gambia, I think their rules are a little different, and we didn't go, and this is my key here, we didn't go through the traditional leadership in Gambia, which I think you may have to do. In Western Province or Barotseland, the king still owns the land. The government has to come to the king in order to get land there. And I'm telling you guys, look, our people were sold into slavery, not from those European separated lands in Africa. They came from kingdoms. How can their kingdom over in England still be viable and be important and ours not?
Mm.
You empower those kingdoms, you have empowered us.
Mm-hmm.
And so, no, I don't own land in the Gambia, but that's home for me too, well connected there with some good people that live here as well as from the Gambia.
Mm.
So we got connections, and it's time for us to connect up as a people, an African people, and receive what we are due from our homeland and help them.
When they go to Gambia on the trip with Mubita and the African Homecoming Movement, they are not just going just to say, oh, look at the trees, look at the beach. They're actually going there to learn about business opportunities, correct?
Right. With us, that makes us kind of unique is there's the cultural aspect of what we do, but also we always have a business forum. And part of the business forum that we're having in the Gambia will be a financial forum with some of the banks that are there, like Echo Bank and some of the others will come there and will brief people on how you open up accounts there. And also the real estate agents. They have some properties, some condos and things right on the beach that I have that I can email. I'm not sure if I emailed them to y'all already. Mm-hmm. But we can share that information with you. And as well as the Africans, we call ourselves Homecoming Family. The Homecoming Family from Africa will be coming to Williamsburg, Virginia in November for our conference at that time.
Yeah, and we'd love to announce that Atupan will definitely be at the conference, and we also will be performing there as well. So we'll be providing services as well. So we are excited about that. We'll keep everyone updated.
Because my performance is part of a fundraiser. It's called Reverse Stripping. I'm going to show up naked, and the faster y'all give me money, the faster I get dressed.
And let's move on. Anyways, so look, they had to drink some water. You got the man over there choking. So what's going to happen now is we're gonna do our final giveaway, everybody. That means all you have to do is put into the chat, because Evelyn Gauss is saying that she will try to connect with Mubita website. Thank you. I did drop that link into the chat, and guys, you all should know that this guy on screen right now, Eric Sheppard, all of his work, all you have to Google is Eric Sheppard and Moses Grandy, because he has been doing so much work with that. And Moses Grandy, because he is a direct descendant, he has a book. There's an ebook talking about the legacy, the life of Moses Grandy. So all you have to do is put in #Mubita book, and we are going to gift the winner a book. Phil is saying this is really informative today. Marlon says, wish I could make that. Well, Marlon, all you got to do right now is put in #Mubita book, not just hashtag.
No spaces.
Right, no spaces, not just Mubitas, and I'll put it in again like Phil. He's got it in there. And XDMC has his vote. Milton has his vote in there. Evelyn Gauss is saying, yes, thank you. This has been wonderful today. So all you guys have to do right now in order to get the book, and I'm going to just share the screen again. I can't share the screen while I'm sharing this one, I guess. Guys, I dropped it into the chat. The ebook is there so that you can become a part of this movement. You can contribute $3 or more. It tells you right there on the website. You can purchase this ebook. It's at the low price of the price on the website. We're not going to tell you because someone is about to get it as a gift. You can check out there. Look at Ntabi. She's like, hashtag will be the book. Phil is shouting out Marlon. And Sanal has her vote in there properly. Phil says he's about to win. So I say we go for the draw, Corey, but not before we ask Eric the final question, because Eric, we always move towards our plant-based treats after our second giveaway. And so think about it while we're doing this drawing.
What fruits and vegetables have you eaten today?
So think about that question. Everybody has their votes in because you're going to be answering that question momentarily, Eric. XDMC says hashtag XDMC1.
W-O-N or W-O-N?
W-O-N.
Okay.
And then, so now I'm talking about, did Milton win a pony, lion, elephant, or monkey? Marlon asks, Marlon, you got to spell it right. Mubita. Put it in one more time. Hashtag Mubita book, because he has a T inverted with the I. All right, so guys, Corey is about to put it in one more time. If you haven't gotten it in, if you got it in and you have a space or you mixed up the letters, just put it in, and I'm going to click that button to see who wins the book of Moses Grandy, The Legacy of Moses Grandy, right here from Camden County, North Carolina, the state, right on the state line between North Carolina and Virginia, for those of you from the East Coast familiar with the Great Dismal Swamp.
And I've read the story of Moses Grandy like 4 or 5 times, and it's just so, it sends chills up your spine, because my family is from the northeastern North Carolina region where Moses Grandy was from, and to see some familiar names like Sawyer's Mill and some of the other names, and it's like, oh my gosh, so these places were, people that actually own Moses Grandy, Enoch Sawyer, and all these guys that have neighborhoods and land and businesses still named after them in this city. It's like, wow, just sent chills.
Hold on, I think he was going to say something. Were you going to say something? Listen to Phil talking about, I knew Corey could see. Were you going to say something, Eric, when Corey was mentioning those landmarks along the Dismal Swamp and that region that are mentioned in the book?
And I think, those names that have been in Camden County for such a long time, and that's Moses Grandy's slave narrative. That's why I consider all of us family. We all connected, we all related, call each other families. And unlike the scholars, you don't have to prove it. Europeans and the slave trade separated our families. They have no right to tell us how we put them back together. We determine. Cousin Corey, even though you with the Washington team, cousin.
All right, cousin Eric. All right, cousin Eric. No, we gotta say the country couldn't. All right, couldn't Eric.
Right. Eric, you're so knowledgeable. I know that recently you were featured in an article by the Washington Post talking about the Great Dismal Swamp was a refuge for the enslaved. Their descendants want to preserve it. There you are, your picture right there. You're a descendant. That wants to preserve it. You're the one they're talking about, a descendant of Moses Grandy. So you guys, I'll also drop this particular article, but yeah, just Google Dismal Swamp, Mubita, Dismal Swamp, Eric Sheppard. You will find him. So that way you can do your own research on Eric Sheppard and you can see, like, is this guy for real? Is this situation for real? Absolutely it is. So let's get on to our giveaway to see who's going to get this book. People are always saying, Milton is already saying he has some squash and broccoli today.
All right.
And listen to Jamaican and Zambia talking about, you knew too? Talking about that you could see.
Come on, Miss Grace, you didn't type in the chat. They usually give me a blah, blah in the chat.
I know. So guys, make sure if you have not already put hashtag Mubita book into the chat, do that for this second giveaway. She's laughing, Corey, saying laugh out loud. Phil's got jokes. So now I've had some lemongrass tea. All right, guys, I'm going to drop that Washington Post article in.
And XDMC, don't even ask your question of what counts. No, it does not count.
You know what? So guys, Corey is going to do the music and
drum roll.
You know what?
It's a drum roll.
XDMC is laughing at you because she's in there talking about blah, 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 like, blah. How's she gonna type it out? You know what? You did not win, Phil. We didn't even do the draw.
I'm giving you music. For
oh, that's what you're doing.
Yes, you said.
Oh, here we go. All right. Marvin, Sanal, XDMC, then Tavi, Sanal, Phil, Milton, Phil, then Tavi, Sanal, Phil, Marlon, Milton, Phil, then Tavi.
All the way from South Africa.
Hey, all the way from South Africa. She is the winner. Look at how wonderful this looks, guys. Everything matches. She would be proud. She's our web designer. As she's a web designer, but she did our logo on the screen. She created the intro video, gave us the new color scheme, and as you see, it looks great when she wins. So Sanal is saying, really informative and enlightening conversation, Mr. Eric. Thank you.
Definitely share this video with other people because they need to hear about Mubita. We want the Mubita movement to spread across the nation. And the best way to do that is you guys to share this content as you go forward, because we're going to keep bringing the Shepherds back as they continue to expand with their mission with Mubita.
She always like, that's my yay, and feels my Florida Evans. You know what? He's throwing people in there that ain't even in there, like saying like Florida won, and Tavi won, so no one Florida, because I keep saying the names over and over. Milton is saying congrats to Ntabi. Phil is also congratulating her. Jamaican in Zambia says, yeah, we got a winner. And Ntabi, we're going to get you the link to that book. It's an ebook, so that makes it very easy to do. XDMC says, I feel like a real black man with this drawing. I've been robbed.
XDMC, man.
Everybody's joking. Now she's over there dancing down in South Africa. Like, hey. And Phil says, thanks for sharing today, Cousin Eric. So Cousin Eric, hey, good morning, Jahari. She says,
Jahari.
Yes, good morning, Kings
Out
and
on the
Queens.
west side.
Absolutely. Rastahari.
Rastahari
Jahari.
Rastafari Jahari.
Yes.
Say hi.
Hey. She says, good morning, Queen, Kings and Queens. Love. One love to our African family. Absolutely. You still laughing at XDMC, somebody he feel like a real black man.
Yeah, I was doing good with the coffee too.
He's look, Phil talking about, where do I file my report? Y'all, you know what? Thank you, Marlon, for being a good man and just saying congrats. So, Eric, we are going to let you go at this time, so that way you can let us know. Yeah, that way before you go, you can let us know how many fruits and vegetables you had today, because we're headed over to our plant-based treats. Everybody's saying hi to Jahari. Phil is saying one love to Jahari. All right, Eric, you're in the hot seat.
Peaches and some watermelon.
Okay.
I love watermelon, and it hydrates you as well as it tastes good if you can get a ripe one.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
And that's the other thing. Real quickly, do you see the kind of watermelons we have in markets here in November, December, and January that come from South American countries? I won't put anybody on blast. Them watermelons from the Gambia and Ghana and pineapples and different kind of fruits. Somebody needs to look at how we can import that over here. Just a little hint.
Get the good stuff. Well, you know, Jahari is saying, sorry, I'm late. Forgive me, busy times. Jahari, you're not late. You're just in time for the plant-based treat, because that's one of the favorite parts of the show. So, Eric, we are going to say goodbye to you for now.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
We'll talk to you after this broadcast is over.
Absolutely, because Ntabi is saying, thanks, everyone, and Eric, much appreciated. We ain't even gonna read this. I don't even know why I should read it. Only because you can't see, Corey. Phil, I had some water, Gatorade, and air. He needs some help. Milton is saying, good business idea, for what you just said, Eric. So this is just great. And Jamaican and Zambia, do not laugh at him. Talking about, Phil, you just too funny. Don't help him out. We will see you soon, Eric. And now, Corey. Yes, Corey, go ahead. And look, Marlon said, thank you. Thanks for sharing, Cousin Eric. Look, we are all family.
And now it's time for today's plant-based treat by Chef Laquita Marie.
Easy 3-step chicken.
We have all yellow and white vegetables like onions, garlic, yellow squash, rutabaga, parsnips, and cauliflower. We're going to get our rutabaga started.
Chop veggies, cook in water about 20 minutes.
Rutabagas provide almost a complete protein, and they have important minerals that help create and maintain bone tissue.
Yo, that's good. I don't know what's in that. The texture, everything. It's even got like a little flavor with it. I don't know, sauce or something in it. It tastes like chicken. Like, it even feels like chicken. Chewing through it, so I was surprised.
Season them a lot. Puree once they're soft.
I'm going to add some salt to our vegetables. I'll also add some of this vegetable broth and seasoning. My Cooking with Greens brand ranch seasoning. Then I'll get this all blended up. I use my hand mixer. Onions lower blood pressure, regulate diabetes, and reduce hardening of the arteries. They have antioxidants like vitamin C to fight colon, prostate, lung, and brain cancers. I only need about 6 cups of this vegetable mixture. Parsnips are high in vitamin C and antioxidants to help your overall immune function and your health. Prevents chronic conditions like cancer, diabetes, and heart disease. That's the main ingredient here, vital wheat gluten. Sulforaphane is a powerful phytochemical found in certain vegetables that neutralizes toxins, reduces inflammation, protects your DNA, and slows tumor growth. 2 cups of the vital wheat gluten.
This is really good. It tastes like chicken salad. It's got the cucumber, the mustard, the mayo. I'd buy this. It's so good. So much flavor. It tastes like chicken.
A couple more cups to finish this off.
It's good. I know the mustard and the mayonnaise. There's more flavor.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not dry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like moist and soft.
Like a chicken salad.
Mm-hmm.
Serving suggestions. Batter and pan fry. Bonus footage.
Chicken is wonderful. I'm actually a meat eater, and I have to say that this, to me, texturally and flavor, the profile of it, tastes unbelievable. You would really not know this wasn't chicken. It's really great. Great job. Thank you.
I am currently a meat eater. I'm an omnivore, but this tasted so good. I would definitely eat it again. I really could not tell the difference between a chicken tender and this texturally, and the seasoning made me think of chicken parmesan. That's what it tasted like to me. Very good. Delicioso.
Guys, y'all got us rolling over here. And talking to my tastes like chicken. Okay, I'm sold. Share some with us. We hungry already.
And then Phil talking about comfort food while he files his report.
Guys, you know what? Don't file the report, first of all. And of course, because Jamaican in Zambia was laughing, Phil talking about, glad you could laugh at my robbery, Jamaican. But he did say it looks right tasty. She said, Jamaican in Zambia. Who else getting hungry? And that's why he told her, well, this is good. This can be comfort food while I file my report. You guys, you got to try it. Milton says, looks good. I'll try it. Phil, you already tried it. You told me share with me and I'll forget to file my report. We'll see. We'll think about it. Thank you so much, Milton. He says he loves the t-shirts. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
We appreciate
Doc
that.
Rock in the house on our t-shirts. We're rocking the Doc Rock.
Absolutely. And we have new shirts that are being designed because Shonda Brooks won our last giveaway to design our next shirts. And our guest, Cutter's Kitchen, she does some of everything. And so imprints, what do you call it? Textile design?
Vinyl print.
Yes, vinyl print. Yes, so she's going to be designing even new shirts. So you'll see those soon. Milton said send him some chicken for his pony. You know what? Because he was first place pony, wasn't he?
First place pony. Yeah, he was the first place pony. I got one for you, Milton. Tonto, jump on it. Jump on it. Woo!
Guys, this has been wonderful. Tomorrow will not disappoint. We will get you to Friday in the best way.
Yeah, join us tomorrow at 11:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to meet Des.
Hey, look who's here. 2 days in a row. Global Green Book is on a roll. Go, kiddos. It's your birthday. Go party like it's your birthday. She says, hey, family.
Despy is an actress, a business consultant. She's a motivational speaker and an author. And she's going to talk about all her different multiple streams of income as she runs a powerhouse production company. And she's going to also be giving away 3 books. So if you didn't win something today, join us tomorrow on the next episode of A Blind Guy.
Phil talking trash, talking about he thought
that's not the name of the show.
He thought your shirt was body art. Okay.
Oh.
Okay. And all the ladies.
And that's why you were the inspiration for the design of the Black Panther costume.
Hey, boom, boom, bam.
Without the muscles.
Hit your heart. Jamaican in Zambia is saying hi to the Global Green Book. Everybody's chatting it up. We got to say goodbye, guys. We got to get out of here because we have to go cook some more. You've got to try that chicken and all of those good things. And Coach Remy typically goes live right after the show. So that means we got to go work out.
So join us tomorrow on another episode of A Blind Guy,
His wife,
Their Life Live. And to say goodbye, I'm going to say this as a shout out to Rastafari Jahari. Selassie Hi! Deuces.
You know what? I didn't even get a chance to say anything.
Right. You ready?
Wait, what am I saying?
Selassie Hi.
What does that even mean?
It's a Hail Selassie.
Oh.
Selassie. Haile Selassie.
Oh, okay.
So to say goodbye to honor Rastafari Jahari, we're going to say 1, 2, 3. Selassie Hi! Deuces.